Shalom friends, welcome to Daf Reactions, Yevamot 116. Today's Daf has a lot of fascinating things in it, including a flying camel. But mainly, we're here trying to figure out if we can believe a woman who has testified that her husband is dead. Because we all know that women are liars. In fact, that sentence I just said, a lie. So apparently a woman has to be grieving in precisely the right way in order to be believed. Which is quite tricky when you think about it, because as anyone who has experienced loss will tell you, grief differs from person to person. Some people, you really can't tell that they're actually going through something serious. And yet other people go around carrying the finger bone of their dead son. Everybody mourns differently. But according to the Mishnah, Rabbi Yehuda did not really get this concept. He straight up would not believe a woman unless she fit his personal grief criteria. She had to be crying and have ripped clothes. Otherwise, clearly a liar. As we learned from a Baraita, other sages actually did feel that this was a bit much and a tad illogical. They said, a smart woman could totally outplay you here. She just puts her clothes in the shredder for a hot second and then watches an emotionally devastating K-drama to really bring the tears. And on the other hand, what about a woman who totally had not given any thought whatsoever to how she should present herself to you? Maybe because she was grieving. You aren't going to let her remarry even though she might be telling the truth? Come on, that's not fair. Both of them should get to remarry. Now the Gemara tells us how people would navigate around Rabbi Yehuda's ridiculous standards. So a woman shows up to testify in front of Rabbi Yehuda that her husband is dead. But before she gets in, everybody's like, oh, mess up your hair. Here's an onion, rub it in your eyes. He's not going to believe you unless you look like you just crawled out of a post-apocalyptic bunker. Now, was this considered helping her lie? According to the Gemara, no. Everybody already thought she should be able to get remarried. They just knew Rabbi Yehuda was really weird about it and that he wouldn't believe her unless she put on a performance that fit his mental idea of a grieving woman. Judges can really be so flawed when it comes to letting their personal assumptions and belief dictate how they rule in cases that could impact the rest of a woman's life. But hey, look at the upside. Sure, this type of judicial abuse could happen in ancient Babylonia, but come on, we all know it would never happen now.